Hi everyone. I put the camera in a different angle. It's up there. But anyways, you're gonna see me changing colors or whatever. It's from the television set back there still being on. I'm not messing with the lighting and all that kind of crapola. The bed's a mess, and I'll deal with it. I just am coming on here to make this video to update those of you who've been asking about the situation going on in our lives, situations going on in our lives. I cannot physically, mentally, emotionally reply to each and every single person that has contacted me or asked questions. Sorry about that, but this is the way it's going to happen. Let's see where to begin. I guess I'll start with Solomon and TJ right now are at my mother-in-law's house, Solomon's mom's, and they are working on trying to replace the fuel pump and the starter in my car. Within the last month, we've had both of our vehicles completely break down on us. The van is a casualty. The transmission went out, and there's no way that we have any ability to replace the transmission. And if we did, it is not worth investing into the van. I don't know what we're going to do about it, but it's going to remain broken, I guess. But we've had, for the last 2 weeks, no working vehicle, and it has been very hard on us. Thank God we have a really nice neighbor who would take me to the store, or Solomon would walk with TJ or whatever. Also, my daughter has tried to do her best to help in the situation. I guess some of you already know Solomon lost his job at the end of June. He was terminated due to excessive absenteeism while on FMLA. His FMLA was reapproved in February, and you get 12 weeks of time. Well, his company found a loophole, and at the end of June he had taken off a Friday under FMLA time in order to take TJ to his clinic appointment. And when he stopped by his work after the appointment to pick up his paycheck, he was given a letter of termination. He filed for unemployment at that point in time, came home, discussed things with me. I contacted an attorney and the Department of Labor. That's why I hadn't said anything about it. It was kind of up in the air, and I didn't want to be giving out details, but it's over with now, so I can let y'all know that they did find a loophole. There's nothing we can do about it lawfully, so he has lost his job. Fortunately, unemployment did tell us that after 2 months of his employer fighting with them, they determined that Solomon would be eligible to collect unemployment. But due to an error the first time that Solomon filed on the computer for his first week of unemployment, there's a question that asks in a roundabout, half-assed way about being eligible for work, and he misunderstood the question. And when we caught it before we sent the form in, at the end of each section there's a place for remarks, and we posted in there in the remarks that, you know, he is available for work, he made a mistake, he didn't understand the question, yada yada yada. We called the person at the unemployment office. They said that would be fine. Continue to file. We did every single time. He answered the question correctly after that. We also answered them in writing about the fact that Solomon wouldn't be able to keep a full-time job because of an ill child. It's ridiculous. And it came down to he was approved for unemployment, but then disapproved because they say that he's not available to work, and he is. So on Friday we received that determination letter and immediately turned around and filed an appeal. So however long that takes, I don't know. No one will answer us. I have no clue how long it's going to take. I just know that it's ridiculous. Our family has been without income for the last almost 2 months now. We've been scraping by. We've done everything we could possibly do and gotten help from some friends and some family members, and we do not know how long we can continue to stay in this situation. I keep a deep faith in God and my religious beliefs and the support of my friends and family, but it just cannot continue to go this way. We have an electric shut-off notice that I have exhausted Department of Human Services help and used the Salvation Army this last week in order to get that last shut-off notice taken care of, but we are almost 3 months behind in the electric, people. It's going to eventually happen. I have nowhere else to go for help. By the way, just a point I'm making, I'm letting everybody know what's going on right now because people have asked, not because I expect or want or am asking for any monetary help. I'm just letting everyone know. So if you're going to make a comment about the e-begging, you're just going to get blocked. I don't even care anymore at this point. I know why I'm here. The people who care about us know why I'm here, and that's the end of the story. Otherwise, I could give a rat's ass. The only income we have right now is TJ's Social Security, and that is the child amount, and it is not even enough to pay our rent. Rent will be due on the 4th. The cable is still on because they haven't shut it off yet. I guess Comcast doesn't like to cut off 6-year good-paying customers. I don't know when that'll happen, but eventually it probably will. We will still have our cell phones because my mother-in-law added us to her plan, and that's the only reason we have them. She pays for them. It could very easily turn into homelessness, and quickly. There are so many issues and things that's just, I can't even get into it. My fight with Social Security continues. My attorney filed a appeal to the appeals board about the fact that I was denied once again. The judge did a lot of things that are not supposed to be done, and so that's been sent in, and she states that it can take 6 months to a year for them to answer, and they could completely turn me down, which means I will lose all of the time that I have filed for and have to start over again, which I've already started that process just to save time. Or they could overturn the decision, or they could grant me another appeal with a different judge. If they grant me another appeal with a different judge, it may be another 2 years after I receive the determination that they're going to grant me another one. So it could be 2.5, 3 years from now. Who knows? Nothing that we can bank on to pay the rent. It's not a good feeling for me. Not at all. I've been suffering from irritable bowel syndrome. I have been in severe pain due to stress and issues with the heat and everything that's been going on. I work myself into craziness trying to find every bit of help that I can find. I've exhausted every resource I can come up with. The church that we try to attend at certain points in times, which is a very small church, on a good day they have 50 people attending. They are looking into seeing if they can let us use their nonprofit tax ID status in order to try to throw a benefit for TJ. That's going to be a blessing if it can happen, but it's going to be a ton of work on me. I've never done anything like that. I don't know much about doing things like that. I don't have physical help to do things like that. I have very limited physical resources as far as people-wise, man-wise, manpower in order to be able to pull something like that off. My family is 6 hours away. Solomon's family is very busy and work a lot. We're working class people. But if it's able to be done, I'm going to try to do it. So if anybody has any experience with that kind of thing and can give me some hints, tips, point me in directions of where to go to get something started on that, please get in touch with me. I also made a video earlier in the week about a friend of ours here on YouTube whose name is Belinda. I'll put her information down there in the box again. Is going on a 50-mile bike ride, a cycle ride for childhood cancer awareness and fundraising for a camp in Colorado that is respite for families of kids who have childhood cancers. And I'm going to reiterate, if you can't, don't want to, don't care, whatever the case may be, to donate even $1 to help with that, then please just go over to her page and give her some props. People, pass the information along to anybody that you think may be willing to help. She's a wonderful person to be doing this out of the kindness of her heart, and 50 miles on a bicycle to me is an impossibility, but this woman, she's just wonderful. And just let her know that it's appreciated. If you can make a donation, it's tax deductible. And I know everyone's going through hard times. Listen at me, I'm the first one here telling you. But we are still going to try to, if we can get the car fixed, raise some money for her around here to send into the site. She needs to raise, her goal is $2,000. Every dollar does count. Don't be thinking that you don't have anything to give because $1 wouldn't help. $1 will help. I can't stress enough how important things like this are to people who have been beaten down for years of battling for their children's lives over cancer. That's all I can really say, because I don't want to get more emotional. There's not enough money in the world to save some of these children. Luckily enough, my son is still here fighting the fight. And the other child that she is doing this in honor of is Coleman Larson, who lost his battle to brain cancer at the age of 5. If you don't know Coleman, then you've missed a beautiful ray of light in this world. All of that information I'm going to try to put in the description box. Let's see. Beth Ann and the boys are doing fine. She's very happy in her life with her new beau, John, and he is very good to my daughter and my grandsons. I miss having them here, but I'm glad that they're not, because life is very hard for us right now. I'm trying to think of anything else that needs to be said. I appreciate all the support that I get from you guys, your prayers and your thoughts and your standing behind our family in times like this is a bigger help than I can begin to say. This video is getting increasingly more difficult for me to continue, so I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up.